Hello guys, welcome. This is Deepika from mytutorialrack.com, and in this tutorial we are going to talk about another very popular thing which is called as MCP, Model Context Protocol. And I'm going to explain to you in a very easy to understand manner, and then we will go into the technicalities of MCP. And basically MCP gives additional powers to your AI code editor cursor. Okay, so what is MCP? So let's say you are the boss of a Lego city and you want to build a hospital. Now you tell your assistant is basically Cursor, the AI code editor, that, hey, you want to build a hospital using Legos. Now, Cursor doesn't have the ability to do everything, right? It needs some kind of helpers, and you can configure these helpers through your mcp.json file. And these helpers know how to get the job done. And you can have different helpers to help you with different things. For example, if you want a helper to help you with deploying code to the org or testing your code, write test classes and edit your code, refactor your code, what you can do is you can configure a Salesforce DX MCP server in your mcp.json file, and then Cursor is going to talk to this helper and get the work done for you. Okay, so Cursor itself is not doing it. Cursor is using Salesforce DX MCP server, and Salesforce DX MCP server is basically doing the work for you. Similarly, you can configure GitHub, and then you can use GitHub MCP server, and Cursor is going to talk to GitHub to fetch the code and bring it in your local machine. So you can do that by configuring another MCP server for GitHub. Similarly, you can configure a server to called Playwright, and that can write automation scripts for you. So if you are used to writing scripts in Selenium, but if you configure Playwright MCP server within Cursor, Cursor can actually talk to Playwright and write those automation scripts for you, and you don't have to worry about anything else. So basically, Cursor talks to these helpers to get the work done. You can configure a Figma MCP server, and you can ask Cursor to build those design files. And you can add more and more helpers through this mcp.json file. So where does this mcp.json file is available? So the first thing is you go to Cursor here and you click on this gear icon on the top right hand side and click on the settings tab, and it will open up this. So I'm going to show you again. Click on this settings on the top right hand side, and then here you see a link for MCP. Click on that. Right now, I don't have anything installed. Now everything is disabled. If you want to add a new MCP server, this is where your opens up an mcp.json file. Now, where is this mcp.json file is available? It's available where you have installed your Cursor. Okay, so on my machine, if I go to C drive, so if I go over to the C drive users and the SIMA and then .cursor file, and this is where my mcp.json file is available. Now, whenever you're writing this mcp.json file, you have to be mindful that your spacing shouldn't be off. You have to use the right arguments. Your command should be correct. Everything should be proper in order for this to work, because it took me a while to get these Salesforce DX MCP servers enabled inside of Cursor. So finally, what I had to do, I had to fix my mcp.json file, and also I have to run this Cursor in an administrator mode in order to get this going. So here what I've done is I'm just going to give you a glance of how this mcp.json is configured. So you can see this is my MCP server. You start with MCP servers, then inside of that you are configuring a GitHub MCP server, and you're saying you're running the npx command, the node command, and through that command you're giving these arguments. Okay, this is the argument you're giving, and you can configure your access token for your GitHub over here. So then it will use that access token to connect to GitHub, okay, which is your environment, that you can provide that as well. So this is one MCP server you have connected, and you can basically, this is one. Similarly, you have connected a Playwright MCP server. The command is npx, and these are the arguments that you're giving. Third one is Salesforce DX MCP server, and type is studio, and then command that you're using is npx, and these are the arguments. Okay, so this is how you are going to configure your mcp.json. And once you do that, all you need to do is you need to enable them. And what will happen is because you have configured this inside of the MCP, everything will start back again. And you can see here, because you have GitHub connected through MCP server, 26 tools have been enabled to you. So from your toolbox, now you have 26 additional tools. Now, what these tools are, you can say create or update file. You can search the repository through this. You have the tool to create repository for you. You have the tool to get the file contents, push the file. So these are the different tools that are available. Similarly, under Playwright, these are the tools that are available once you have configured the Playwright MCP server. So you have the browser close, browser resizing, browser console messages. All these tools are available to you. Similarly, since you have configured the Salesforce DX MCP server, these are the commands now your cursor can run. Your cursor can run sfget username. These are the different the commands that, or the tools that are available in Cursor's toolkit. Okay, so this is what MCP does. MCP gives additional powers to Cursor. Now, MCP is like giving Cursor a walkie-talkie, so it can talk to different experts. It can talk to GitHub, it can talk to Salesforce DX, it can talk to Figma, and help you get things done faster. So that is why you need to use MCP. Now, what happens when you don't use MCP and you do use MCP? We will take a look at it in the next tutorial. I'm going to see you then. Thank you very much.